Disclaimer: this story is a work of fiction created purely for entertainment purposes. The storyline, dialogues, characters, narration, and voiceover are entirely original and do not depict real life events or personalities. Any resemblance to actual persons, living or dead, or actual events is purely coincidental. All images used in this story are sourced from publicly available platforms such as Google and Pinterest. Full credit goes to the respective owners and creators. Please watch or read the full story before forming opinions or commenting. Maintain a respectful environment. Unauthorized reproduction, copying, or redistribution of the storyline, characters, narration, or voiceover on any platform is strictly prohibited. Enjoy the story respectfully and remember, it's purely fictional. Jimin, entering the office. Why did you call me here so urgently? Do you even know how busy I was? Principal, cutting him off. Mr. Park, I think your brother's future matters more than any meeting. Don't you think? Jimin, frowned eyebrows. What do you mean? Principal, gesturing towards the chair. Please have a seat, Mr. Park. Today, I was about to inform you about your brother's new achievement. Glaring towards the corner where Coco stood, head lowered. Or perhaps it would be better if he tells you himself, right, Jungkook? Jimin, following his gaze, spotting Cook in the corner. Come here. Cook didn't move. Didn't you hear me? Come here and tell me what he is talking about. The moment Cook heard Jimin's icy voice, he flinched. Every instinct in him wanted to stay rooted to that spot, but he had no escape. With trembling steps, he walked towards Jimin and stopped a few feet away, unable to lift his head. Jimin, impatient. I didn't call you here to stand like a statue. What is your principal talking about? Cook, voice shaking. So sorry, Hang. Jimin, eyes narrowing. Sorry? For what? Tell me clearly, what did you do? And don't test my patience. I swear it won't end well for you. Principal, with a mocking tone. Seems like your brother is too ashamed to share his new achievement with you. No problem, I will do that honor. Your brother, our school's brightest student, Park Jungkook, was caught red-handed stealing the question papers. Jimin, shocked, voice raising. What? That's impossible. My brother is a topper. He has no need to steal anything. You are falsely accusing him? Principal, unbothered. He was caught red-handed. I have no interest in lying. You can check the CCTV footage yourself. Or better yet, ask your brother. I believe he still has enough shame left. At least admit his mistake. Jimin, turning slowly towards Cook. Is that true? Did you steal the question papers? Cook, stepping back, terrified. Sorry, Hang. Jimin, grabbing his arm tightly, fingers digging into his skin. I don't want to. Your apology. Save it for later. I want the truth. Did you do it or not? Briefly glancing at the principal. Don't be afraid of anyone. Just tell me the truth. Cook, voice breaking. Yes, I, I tried to steal the question papers. Principal, folding his arms, a smug smirk on his face. There you have it, Mr. Park, the truth. That smirk. It only fueled Jimin's fury further. Without a second thought, Jimin turned and his hand struck Cook had across the face. The sharp sound echoed through the room as Cook collapsed onto the floor. Jimin, coldly, go back to your classroom, pick up your bag, and wait for me in the car. Tossed his car's key on the floor near Cook's feet. Cook immediately got up, took the car's key with trembling hand, and rushed out, not daring to look back. Principal, mocking, I never expected this kind of behavior from your brother. Looks like you have lost control over your brothers. Jimin, looking straight into his eyes with dangerously glare. There is nothing in this world that can take Park Jimin's control away from his brothers. Principal, smirking. Big words don't change reality, Mr. Park. Just a few months ago, you had my son expelled from your university simply because he held a girl's hand, and today your own brother commits a crime for worse than that. Now, what will you do? Though I suppose I don't need to remind you of the punishment. After all, this school belongs to you. You are the one of its biggest shareholders and trustee. If you want, you can even forgive him. Who would dare question you? Jimin, slamming his hands on the table. Your son didn't just hold a girl's hand, he misbehaved with her. That's why he was expelled. And that decision wasn't mine alone, it was made by all the trustees. And the most important thing you need to understand is this: every student here is equal to me. If my brother was made a mistake, he will receive the same punishment as anyone else. He will be suspended for 1 week. Leaning slightly closer and wipe that smile off your face. People who live in glass house shouldn't throw stones at others. Principal, chuckling. Why wouldn't I smile? After years, I finally get to see this side of you. You are so full of pride, Park Jimin. Mark my words, your own brothers will be the one to break it. Jimin, without hesitation, that will never happen. My brother will do exactly what I have decided for him. The moon may have blemishes, but my brother, he is flawless. Principal, leaning back, amused. Well, the flaws have already begun today. Today, it's just question papers. Tomorrow, who knows what he will do? He will break every restriction you have placed on him. You talk about a strain on the moon. Your brother might erase your every existence. You just wait and watch. Your downfall has started now. Jimin, stop living in fantasies and bring me this suspension letter. You might have time to waste, but every second of mine is valuable. Principal, handing him the letter. Here it is. It will be interesting to see what you do with your brother now. Will you shape him into what you want? Or will he show you your real place, Mr. Park? Jimin, taking the letter. Challenge accepted. Park Jimin will prove you wrong once again. Just make sure you stay alive till then to see my brother's real achievement. Principal, laughing darkly. You don't need to worry about me. I'm not going to die without seeing your defeat. By the way, you should be worried about how you will control your brother because he is already slipping out of your hands. Jimin didn't respond. He simply turned and walked out. The entire drive back home was suffocatingly silent. Cook sat in the back seat, trembling, his hands clenched tightly in his lap. He didn't utter a single word, neither did Jimin, but Jimin's furious face was clearly visible in the front mirror, cold, unreadable, terrifying. The moment they reached home, Jimin yanked Cook out of the car by his arm and dragging him inside. Without warning, he threw him onto the living room floor. Cook hit the ground hard, a gasp escaping his lips. Fear consumed him completely. As Jimin stepped closer, Cook instinctively began to crawl backward, trying to create distance. Jimin removed his trench coat and tossed it onto the couch. Slowly, he rolled up his sleeves on his shirt to his forearms, his movements calm but filled with a terrifying storm. Jimin, rolling up the sleeve of his shirt, go to your room, change out of that uniform, and come back in shorts. Cook, terrified, voice trembling. Hyang, please. Jimin, running his hand over his belt. Didn't you hear what I said? Or do you want something else? Cook's eyes dropped to the belt and his entire body froze. Fear crawled through his vein. Without another word, he rushed towards his room. After a few minutes, he returned, dressed in shorts, just as instructed. But the moment his eyes fell on Jimin, his soul nearly left his body. Jimin stood there holding a bundle of thin wooden switches in his hands, calmly stripping off the thrones, preparing them one by one. Jimin, without even looking at him, come here, standing there won't stop what's about to happen. Cook, walking towards him slowly. Hyang, please, I'm sorry. No switches. They hurt. They sting for days. Jimin, unbothered. Even better, punishment is meant to make sure you never repeat your mistakes. And what you did today isn't a small mistake. You didn't just disgrace your own name, you dragged mine down with it. Cook, crying softly. I'm sorry, Hyang. I won't do it again. Please, just this time, let me go. Jimin, turning to his face. No, this is my house, and mistakes aren't allowed here. Tell me one thing. Did you steal those papers on your own? Or did someone force you? Step closer. And don't you dare to lie. You know how much I hate this. Tell me the truth. Maybe your punishment will be reduced. Otherwise, lightly swayed the switches in his hand. Cook, eyes fixed on the switches, voice shaking uncontrollably. No one forced me. There was a test today, and I prepared the wrong chapters by mistake. Last time you said if I didn't get full marks again, you would punish me even harder. I got scared, so I thought if I just looked at the question papers, I could prepare quickly and score full marks. I'm sorry, Hang. I cut off by hard slap. Jimin, furious. First, you neglected your study and prepared the wrong chapters, and instead of owning up to your mistake, you tried to steal the question papers. Raised his voice. What did you think, That I wouldn't find out? Grabbed Cook's fistful hair, pulling him up and throwing him onto the couch. Seems like you have stopped being afraid of me. That's why you dare to make such a big mistake. No problem. Today's punishment will remember the rest of your life, and you won't even dream of repeating something like this again. Commanding. Kneel on the couch, hands locked behind your head. The moment those words left his mouth, Cook broke down completely. He started crying uncontrollably, begging, pleading, but Jimin didn't listen, not even once. When Cook hesitated, Jimin struck him, forcing him into position. His small body trembled as he was made to kneel on the couch, hands locked behind his head, and then the first strike landed. A sharp crack echoed through the room as the switch hit his soft calf, leaving behind a thin, burning red line. Cook cried out, instinctively reaching down his hold his leg, but Jimin stopped him and forced him back into position. One by one, all switches came down, each strike sharper than the last, each leaving behind angry red mark across his legs. The living room filled with Cook's broken screams, his cryings echoing against the wall. His face turned completely red, soaked with tears. His breathings became uneven, shaky, almost suffocating. He couldn't even form proper words anymore, just soft, shattering sobs and repeated apologies that never seemed enough. But Jimin, he stood there like a stone, a mafia, unmoved by his brother's cries. After what felt like an eternity, the last switch broke. Cookie's legs were crowned in red welts, trembling uncontrollably, breathes him without saying a word. Jimin stepped back, leaving him there, broken, cries, barely holding himself together, and then he walked out. If you think this was the end of Cookie's punishment, you are wrong because this was only the beginning. Name Park Jimin, age 32 years old, profession Mafia King and handling his parents' business. Nature cold, harsh, ruthless, never showed mercy, always talks and behaves coldly. A mysterious personality. Name Park Jong-kook, age 16 years old, profession high school student, nature innocent, cute, lovable, disciplined, well mannered, good at everything, an innocent soul forced to behave perfectly. Time skipped in the evening. The door cracked open as a boy entered the living room. his steps slow, exhaustion evident in his posture. But the moment his eyes landed on this scene before him, he froze. Broken wooden switches were scattered all over the floor, some stained faintly with blood. Fear gripped his heart instantly. Without wasting a second, he rushed towards Cook's room. The door was half open. The cupboard stood wide, clothes thrown carelessly on the floor. His uniform crumbled like it had been discharged in a hurry. He called Cook but didn't get any reply. Panic started rising inside him. He searched everywhere, every room, every corner of the house, but there was no sign of him. His breathing turned uneven as he ran through the mansion, calling out desperately. He reached the other side of the mansion, the punishment house, a place he wasn't allowed to enter. Thunder roared loudly as heavy rain poured down from the sky just as he was about to step inside, but the guards stopped him. Boy, furious. What the hell are you doing? Move! Guard, you aren't allowed here. Boy, mad. I'm not allowed? This is my house. I can go wherever I want. I don't need anyone's permission. Move aside. Try to push him. Guard, coldly. Stop wasting your efforts. It's the king's order. No one is allowed inside. Boy, I'm not afraid of your king. Without another word, he pushed him aside and stormed inside. It was a vast open ground covered in grass, a place known as the punishment house. His heart began sinking with every step as terrifying thoughts flooded his mind. What must Jimin have done to Cook? He ran further inside and then he saw him. Jimin sat calmly on a chair, his presence dominating, his face cold and unreadable, but his eyes burned with anger. The boy followed his gaze, and in that moment his breath stopped. Cook was kneeling on the ground in the middle of the heavy rain, his bare hands digging into the wet grasses, pulling it out. His clothes were completely drenched, clinging to his fragile body, his entire body trembling violently, shivering, breaking, yet still obeying. The sight shattered him. Rage exploded inside his chest as he ran in straight towards Jimin. Boy shouting, Park Jimin! Who the hell do you think you are? You have no right to punish my brother like this. Cut off by hard slap and immediately fell on the ground. Jimin, looking down at him, voice dangerously calm. Looks like I need to teach you some manners, Park Deang. Bent down, gripping his jaw tightly. Who am I to you? Open that pretty mouth before I break it. Tea, hissing in pain. Yang. Jimin, coldly. What do you think you are doing here? Guard rushed in panic. King. I tried to stop him, but he. Jimin, without looking, signaling him away. Move, I will deal with you later. The guard bowed and left immediately. I asked you something, didn't I? Tightening his grip on T's jaw. T, through clencing teeth. Why are you punishing him like this? Jimin, he tried to steal the question papers today. T, mad. So what? You can't punish my brother this harshly for such a small mistake? Jimin released his jaw. I know very well how to handle him. Don't poke your nose in my matters. T, firmly. This isn't your personal matter. He is my brother. Jimin, he is my brother too. And you, being a professor, are taking this so lightly? T, pleading. He is just a child, Yang. You have punished him enough. Jimin, not enough. Mistakes aren't allowed. He has to be perfect, and I will make sure he never ever think of making one again. T, can't you see his condition? He is shivering. He will fall sick. Do you want to kill him? Jimin, certainly. If it makes him disciplined, then why not? And no one dies from this. You have made him weak with your love. He needs to be strong enough to survive anything. T, fine. If punishment is all that matters to you, then I will take the rest of it. If he failed, I am responsible. I am in charge of his studies. Because of my carelessness, it all happened. I deserve the punishment, not him. Jimin looked at Cook, trembling, barely able to pull out the glass, then back to tea. Jimin, you have a point. Go change into shorts and come back. I want the entire area cleaned the same way he was doing it. T, thank you. Without arguing, T ran to his room and returned within minutes, wearing shorts, holding an umbrella, and rushed straight to Cook, who was trying to stay still against the strong cold wind. T, heartbroken. Cookie? Cook, lifting his head weakly, vision blurred. Hungry? T, quickly. Get up. You don't have to do this anymore. Cook, weakly. But Jimin Hyang? T, pulling him into a tight embrace. I convinced him. I will complete your punishment. Cook, whimpering. Hurts. T, gently patted his back. Titi Hangi is here. You are safe now. Handed him an umbrella. Come, rest now. Hang will handle everything. T carefully helped him stand and made him sit on a nearby bench. His eyes fell on Cook's trembling hands, red, swollen, then on his legs covered in angry red welts. His heart shattered without another word. T knelt down on the wet, puddle covered ground and started pulling out the grasses. He already exhausted his body, struggled, but he didn't stop. Cook watched him, guilt crushing him from inside. Slowly he stood up, holding the umbrella T had brought, and walked towards him. He held it over T, without looking up. Why are you standing here? Go and sit. I'm fine. Cook. Voice breaking. Sorry. Didi Hangi. Why does Jimin Hang hate me? Name Park Tyang, age 28 years old, profession professor, nature soft, caring, strong enough to stand for Cook, weak enough to not fight with his young, a protective shield who stand in middle of his both the brothers. Not far away from them, Jimin stood silently, watching them how they became each other's shield and trying to protect each other in every possible way. For a moment his eyes softened, but then his phone rang and he picked it up. Cold voice. I heard Cook was caught red handed stealing the question papers. Jimin. My failure. You know what you have to do, right? Jimin. I'm coming. Three brothers. One broken in pain, one crushed under guilt, and one hiding a storm behind his silence. Tonight, a mistake was punished, but what if it was never just a mistake to begin with? What if everything you saw was only a fragment of the truth? Because some truths are buried so deep that when they rise, they don't just hurt, they destroy. Jimin walked away, leaving behind two shattered hearts. One already convinced he was hated by his own eldest brother, and the one lost in confusion, unable to understand the men he once trusted. Taekook thought the danger had ended with the punishment, but they didn't know the real storm had only just begun. And this time, it wouldn't just hurt, it would take away the very shield they believed would always protect them. To be continued. Author's note. That's it for today. I hope you all liked it. It was a requested story for too short. I hope I didn't disappoint you. It was cruel because this story was meant to be a punishment fic, raw, intense, and painful. Most of the time, we think a younger sibling's life is easy. They are seen as the lucky ones, the one who are loved more, pampered endlessly, always the center of attention. They seem carefree, spoiled, and protected. And yes, in many ways, that's true. But there is another side to it. Being the younger one also means living in comparison. Their struggles are just different, not lesser. They aren't luckier, they just fight quieter battles. I hope you all enjoyed it. We will meet soon with next part. Till then, take care of yourself. Love you all. If you like this story, then please do like, subscribe, share, and comment. I assure you that you will never gonna regret on your decision. Thanks for watching.